This chicken parm is truly epic. 18-inch. Welcome to Myrtle Beach Eats and Beyond, the show where a local foodie, that's me, attempts to parlay a passion for delicious eats into a useful video guide for other locals and tourists attempting to answer the age-old question, where should we eat in Myrtle Beach? Don't worry, I've got you covered. With me on this journey are my three progeny, that's them, who also love to experience new eating emporiums, raising them up right. We'll also be exploring fun, family-friendly activities and showing you the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts, the lowdowns and hoedowns of where to shop, play, stop, and stay. If you're lucky, I might even cook for you. And if that's not enough to convince you to subscribe, just know that once a week, I am completely wrecking my diet to bring you this content. Now, I'm not saying that you should feel guilty about that in any way, but I'm just saying you should subscribe. Hello friends, and welcome to our table. So I've been thinking it over, and I have come to the conclusion that there are 4 solid categories of restaurants that we frequent as a family. There's the fancy restaurants that we only visit on special occasions. There's the restaurants that we enjoy but visit merely for the sake of having the experience of trying it out. There is the convenience restaurants, which we may or may not enjoy and typically only utilize as needed for the sake of convenience, whether we're on the road or if it's the only place that delivers in a pinch, etc. The final category of restaurants is great food that we love, that we go back for time and time again just because we absolutely enjoy it. Danny's is one of those places that lives in that final category for us. When we rolled into Myrtle Beach to take up a month-long Airbnb residence in order to search for our final long-term rental, my GPS, whom I lovingly refer to as Gal Pal Suzette, took us down Route 17 and across 707, where we passed by the grocery intersection of Publix and Lowe's. It was, to be frank, the most beautiful spot to shop that I had ever seen. Our rental was a little bit further on down the road, but the beautiful beachy colors drew my eye immediately, and I knew that I would have to come back. So we did. We picked up groceries the following day, and the foodie that I am, I of course took note of all of the restaurants, peppered in between the Publix side and the Lowe's food side. Danny's caught my eye, of course, because, well, a mother of young children can really never have too many pizza spots to call on when she's unwell and can't cook, or when it's Friday night and we just want pizza and a movie night. It wasn't long before we had ordered some takeout pepperoni pizza and a hefty portion of spaghetti and meatballs. Mwah! Then we went into the restaurant and tried the baked ziti and pepperoni bites. And then we had takeout spaghetti and chicken parm. And then we went back into the restaurant for arancini rice balls. Well, you see where I'm going with this. We've been a lot. We've had both takeout and dine in, and it's always delicious. We went back into the restaurant after a long stretch of takeout so that we could film the ambiance for you, our viewers, and we tried out some of our favorites as well as a menu item that we hadn't yet tried out here. Danny's is a small spot with a busy lunch hour. Lots of folks stopping in on their lunch break for a soul-satisfying sandwich or sub before heading back to work. Others stop by to grab a bite after a golf game down the street, and still others will pop in a little later in the day to grab some grub to take home for the family for dinner. With a name like Danny's New York style pizza, of course you would expect to find some decent pizza, and we always do. Pizza! Oh, the pizza's here already. I didn't realize. Yeah, you're so quick. I just didn't know. Thank you.
That looks so gorgeous.
Fresh out of the oven, it is piping hot, dripping in cheese, and it begs to be eaten with a fork for the first few bites until it's cooled off a bit for optimal handling. I love it when it's that way. Boxed up and brought home, it arrives at just the right temperature to be picked up, slightly folded, and inserted for maximum chewing pleasure. But don't let the name fool you. Look at the menu and you will find a plethora of other delicious offerings ranging from awesome Italian cuisine that rivals our favorite fancy pants places to Philly cheesesteaks and even decadent desserts. They also offer catering services. When I was a wee lass working in one of my first professional jobs in an office, one of my coworkers brought in lunch for herself one day, and she offered to share. It was an order of arancini, a rice ball packed with vegetables and cheese and then deep fried. I had never heard of it before, but I was instantly hooked and so grateful to her for not only introducing me to it, but also sharing it with me on more than one occasion. After I left that job, it took me 10 years before I found another restaurant with arancini on the menu, and I was thrilled that it didn't take me anywhere near as that long to find multiple restaurants in Myrtle Beach with arancini on the menu. Danny's being one of them, of course. Crisp, gooey, delicious, and so very filling. The baked ziti is not only covered in a healthy layer of bubbly mozzarella, but it is lousy with ricotta. Definitely don't order this if you don't like ricotta or if you're allergic like my mother. Luckily, I love ricotta and I have no such allergies. So, the only problem I had was the insufficient stomach capacity of a 4'11" hobbit. But that's why God made leftovers, right? I'm not sure if this is true, but I'm just going to guess that Danny's is famous for their pepperoni bites. I mean, they have to be, and if they aren't, they should be. Hear ye, hear ye! Hear ye, hear ye! All who watch this video, that's you. Try the pepperoni bites! Buttery, soft, perfectly poppable, salty, and chewy. Have them as a snack, have them as an appetizer, or get multiple orders and have them as your entire meal. I don't care, however you eat them, they are delightful. Trust me.
That is a good pepperoni bite.
Yes, it always is, isn't it?
It's delicious.
The chicken parm is a huge portion the size of my head. It is enough for me to eat 2 or 3 healthy meals, and if I want to knock it out in one sitting, well, all I have to do is just share it with my babies, and it's gone in a flash. Since we recently enjoyed the stuffed shells over at Crave, and then I made stuffed shells at Christmas time, we were keen to try out Danny's stuffed shells as well, and they were exceptional. They came 3 on a plate, so just the right amount to give 1 to each of my littles.
That is so good.
I just snuck a little bite off of one, and I died with sheer joy at the perfect tomato flavor, the creamy ricotta, and the stretchy, melty mozzarella on top. There is truly nothing better in this world, am I right? Danny's Pizza is located at 11916 Highway 707 Suite A in Murrells Inlet, South Carolina, adjacent to the Publix. We have always known them to be closed on Sundays, but our most recent menu shows Sunday hours, so, well, I'm not really sure which way to advise you on this matter, other than to maybe suggest that you call first before you make the drive if it happens to be a Sunday. Sweet blessings and stay hungry, my friends. We will see you right here next Friday at noon for another edition of Eats. Thanks for watching, everyone. If this content is something you enjoy, we'd love your help to grow our little channel. By liking this video, leaving a comment below, and subscribing to the channel, it really helps us out, and it's completely free to you. With your help, YouTube will be able to recommend this content to more foodie folks so we can all share the love of good eats. See you again soon.